is Drake Phillips, and I was in the Air Force. I used to be a Arabic, Russian, and German linguist. Spent most of my tour, or in the time in service overseas. My last assignment was out here at Davis-Monthan and flying on the electronic combat C-130s. I served in Desert Storm. Had some pretty bad experiences there that have created some long-term issues for me, both physically and mentally. And I was unfortunately one of the people that really didn't know what the VA could do for me. You know, I separated from the service in '93 and probably could have been dealing with the VA from that time, but I was misinformed. I didn't know that I could. And I've only recently been utilizing my benefits with the VA. The one thing that I have experienced is that both my civilian primary doctor, my VA primary doctor, I see a pain management doctor, all of these people off the record support me using medical marijuana. I've gone to the cognitive behavioral therapy sessions through the VA, and the people that administer that off the record are just fine with medical marijuana. The psychiatrist that I see at the VA is fine with medical marijuana. These people all know the benefits. They're constrained because of the federal laws that exist at this time. It's been my hope that we'll get a nice Christmas present whereby President Obama will take marijuana off of Schedule 1 before he leaves office. I think that will be a huge, huge blessing to the citizens of this country in more ways than most of them understand. I have, like I said, I have both mental and physical issues, and I've only recently started using medical marijuana. My experience with drugs in general is extremely limited. I was a good fundamentalist boy when I was growing up, so I didn't do any drugs. Even when I was in the service, I only did hash twice, and I was paranoid the whole time because I did have one of the highest clearances that you can have, and I knew that if I was found out, my career would be destroyed, and so I just avoided it. And so I've just recently, about 2 months, 3 months, got my card. I'm using medical marijuana, and I can testify, even though it's not through some FDA testing, but anecdotally I can tell you that it works. When I use it, I have relief, both for my physical issues and my mental issues. So I know from a personal standpoint that this is something that needs to be available. My biggest reason why I'm, like Ricardo said, regardless of what happens Tuesday, I've got my card. And that's kind of a selfish way of looking at it, but it is true. I mean, if 205 doesn't pass, it doesn't affect me negatively. But I'm not that kind of person. I feel that this is something that needs to be available. And the thing that I think, when I look at it, one of the things that I think that is really beneficial about 205 passing is that it will create a lot of competition. Right now, the product is costly. It's cost prohibitive for some people. The pricing is just really kind of high. But I suspect, and I don't think that I'm wrong in this, that should 205 pass and more dispensaries are able to be out there, more, well, not just dispensaries, but businesses that will be able to sell the product for recreational purposes, will drive the prices down and will make this more reachable for people that genuinely need it. There are probably dozens, if not hundreds and thousands of veterans out there who have qualifying conditions, but just can't afford the $250, $200, $300 fee every year to get your card, and then spend, you know, $40, $50, $60, $100 every time you go to the dispensary to get something that will last you maybe 2 weeks. You know, so that's my reason, my main reason for voting yes on 205. If people want to use it just to have fun, that's great, that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. I think a lot of what's going on right now, and the reason why it's neck and neck, which defies logic to me, it seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But I think it's fear. And that's really what drives a lot of things in politics. If you can create a sense of fear in the population, then they will ignore facts. Facts will not be of any benefit. And so, you know, as was mentioned, you know, the people from Colorado have come down and have said this is nonsense, what these people that are saying vote no are saying, that this is not the fact, this is not truly what's going on. They've been called out on it, but every evening you see those commercials, they're still broadcasting them, you know, even though they've been caught in their lies. So, and I think that that's what's going to happen. I think that the tipping point will be how many young people take the time to bother and go out and vote for this proposition, vote yes on this proposition, and how many, I hate to say it, older folks that are operating under these fears go out and vote against the proposition. I think that's really what it's going to boil down to. The people who probably wouldn't even use it anyways are going to be the ones that tell the rest of us who need it, you can't have it. And so I think that's why we need to work diligently to be upbeat and positive and to just speak the truth. Speak the truth loudly and as often as you can. I appreciate this group. I'm, like I said, I'm real new in this whole marijuana thing, so I really am very grateful for Ricardo turning me on to a lot of these things. He's been a good friend in this very short period of time that we've gotten to know each other. So, thank you very much.